Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hey, it's Thursday night. It's Chris and Nina Real Estate Podcast night. How you doing, Nina?
It's good. It's good. It is. Surely is the night.
That's right. It's almost Halloween time, trick or treat season. Did you decorate your house?
Yes, but not for Halloween.
Oh, I gotta go over there and see what you mean.
Yeah, just lights and nice chandeliers. We're almost done with the home, so there's always, imperfections that we're trying to complete. But overall, yes.
Wait. You're almost done with the home. What do you mean?
But we renovated the house, so we have to.
Oh, you made more renovate? You put the helipad on top?
No, it just there's always so much to do. We never finished it, so
Wow.
it never ends, in my opinion. It's not that it's never enough, it just never ends. To build a house, it's just there is always room for better items or to replace fixtures if it's removing whatever. There's just a lot to do.
Oh, so you added like a new chandelier or something?
So the exterior of the house, it's important to have light outside your property. I sold a house, for example, of a firefighter, and the number one trigger to have your home broken into, God forbid, is lack of light. So you always have to have lights outside your property. So people don't know that, and as a matter of fact, people think that if they shut down the light before they go to sleep, it makes it better. I don't know what they're thinking. They're certainly not saving because security can't save on security. So,
well, Nina, you jump straight to business. I'm telling you, we talk real estate. These people haven't seen you in 3 weeks. How have you been? What have you been doing?
I'm good. I've been doing so much. I've done. We don't stop. Thank God. We're very thankful. And with everything that's happening in the world, people talk to each other, people fight with each other, people don't agree with each other's, and in addition to that, work and running around between the families also and the office, there's so much to do. I'm sure
exactly, because no matter what's happening in the world, people need a place to sleep and eat, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So business is always churning, no matter the weather or the time. Did you survive all the end of the world rainstorms? We seem to have one like once a week.
You know what? It's not even only rainstorms. And yes, those rains. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, it's known to have August to December as the hurricane season.
Yeah.
But dude, since when by us?
Yeah.
I thought it was only in the southeast of America. So it was very, very surprising to learn about these between. We had at least two in the past 2 months.
And it damaged my house. I got bees flying into my house. I got to get somebody to to point the bricks or something happened with my bricks.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, the storms destroyed
the small flies. Do you get them also?
Yeah, somehow, no way. And I got a video. I would share with you guys, but I didn't get it in time. But I recorded. I said, "Oh snap! They're coming from underneath my son's window, right by this the gutters. But there's like a hole somehow that was never there. I was like, what the hell?" And then my laundry room, for some reason, water got in, destroyed. I had a whole bunch of papers and work and everything, all destroyed, but I never had water there. I couldn't figure out till today, because my wife's like, all these flies are coming in under my son's window. I'm like, how? So I went and looked, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, by us, we had all the folders that we need to keep for the 7 years. It was an S show. So we have storage and everything is just so crazy and flooded between what happened. It's just very
And it's every Saturday we get a rainstorm.
yeah, this weekend also.
This weekend also, like it's just this wild. And I'm outside doing business on the streets during these storms, and it's crazy.
No, that's not fun at all.
No,
And
not at
dude,
all.
give me snow, cold, heat, not anything, just not the rain. I can't stand when you get wet outside. Nothing worse, because then you smell and then your clothes are, I don't know.
Nah, you know what? I enjoy the summer rain, right? Because to me, it's like I'm in a water park all day. I'm outside, but it's not cold. Last weekend it was cold.
Yeah.
My hands was freezing. I was like, whoa,
yes,
man, I don't enjoy rain in October.
No, the world is definitely taking a turn. Nonetheless, New York, it's definitely changing. Park Slope was almost fully underwater.
Yeah.
I mean, very surprising and unmotivating, to keep fixing your homes, to know that it's going to come around the corner again during this weekend. It's so crazy.
I want to do like a documentary. Where do the rats go when we get all this water? How come they don't show up dead? Like, where do they know where to go that we don't know? Like, because all the rodents just disappear. They must have like a honeycomb hideout somewhere under the city where no water reaches them.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? Because there are a lot.
They're definitely
There's
there.
a lot. You go by the Barclays Center at 7, 8 o'clock at night, you'll see some things in that area. Like,
no way.
Yeah, man. I came home from a Nets game one night. Shoot, and I had my kids with me. I took them on. We were
outside in the street.
Yeah, because it's garbage. I don't know if it was Thursday night game or Wednesday night, whatever night they put out the garbage. Yeah,
dude, I can deal with anything. Guns.
We know
dogs,
you gangster, Nina. We know you gangster.
People, fights, whatever. I promise. I really could deal with everything. But today, you should have seen. I just showed the house. There was a roach, dude. Like a good 3-4 inch roach in the middle of a room, of a bedroom, dead. Okay. Before I even acknowledged it was dead, I walked in and I just screamed. Thankfully, the buyers didn't come in yet, but it was in the middle of the bedroom. Dude, I flew back maybe at least 8 feet.
Wow.
I took a jump.
I would have paid
It wasn't even me.
Money.
Just automatically, it just flew me back and I was screaming. I was like,
I would have loved to see that I would have loved to share with you guys and see that.
You can't. Well, shoot. Now I told you how to prank me. Oh, no, nothing. I cannot deal with them. Cannot deal with moving things. Oh, no. Anything I could, but no.
Do you have pets?
No.
Would you ever have a pet?
So it's so funny that you're asking. 2 nights ago, 4 o'clock in the morning, there were 3 guys. One was all the way in the back of the property line. 2 walked up to the door, tied something like some type of rope to the door, to the car, to the person's car in the driveway in Mill Basin. Okay, expensive neighborhood. I don't know what they do, but I think because it was metal, they tied something so it turns on the car.
Wow.
What saved them?
The
dog.
Wow.
The dog started barking, and I actually made fun of the dog because when we sat down in the summer, it's friends of ours. I thought, how the hell does he see anything? Like the light, the hair covers his eyes. Like, what is it good for? And she put it in our group text, and I was like, dude, Alex totally saved your home right now. Like your car is still in the driveway, and they ran off.
Wow.
That was the first time ever that I went up to my family and I said, guys, I think we need a dog.
Oh, wow. Well,
but no, if I bring a dog, I need to bring another nanny.
Well, would you do this for your dog? Play this first video?
Ooh.
We need
Wow.
to shut down Five Borough Realty and open five animal realty and just build custom-made pet homes for these pet owners.
Absolutely not.
The cat had his own refrigerator, his own toilet. He had a king-size cat bed. Oh
wow,
man,
that was real.
Yeah. Somebody actually wasted a lot of money doing it.
Wasted a lot of money and time.
Yeah.
Patience, nonetheless.
But pet owners are kind of an interesting breed. I can see people actually doing that. Yeah, we should think about opening up Five Borough Cats.
What the hell? I can't believe I just saw that.
Yeah, that was wow. I saw that. I said, "Oh, I gotta share this with the audience." That is great. Would you ever do something like that? Would you ever invest in
For what?
Exactly.
What good does it give me? A few watchers online?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa,
yeah,
that was so unnecessary.
Yeah, but people pet. There's this guy that has like a that rescued a crab, a lobster. Instead of eating it, he made it its pet. And started making videos, feeding it, and housing it, and getting it friends. It's crazy, and he talks to it. I said,
talks to it.
Yes, it's on YouTube. Yes, people do the craziest things for their pets.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know how expensive it is to have a pet lobster?
That is wild.
Because you gotta have like a special tank and the whole nine. Yeah, pet lovers be on some other. That's what I said, Nina. We gotta open a pet branch.
I hate when they leave food in the corner of my block and then they come into my house, to my lot line, like
the
inside.
cats.
Yeah, they're having babies over there.
Oh man,
they're like yawning and like.
I think it's just you. People be having babies all around you. Every time you hire somebody new, they having a baby and get married. That's just you.
It's true though. It is true.
It's crazy, y'all. But yeah,
I love dogs. Like I do. I really do. I just feel like I can't take care of so much myself. So I bring nannies. That's why if I bring a dog, I need to have.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody to break the pet in.
Yeah, unless I can leave it outside all the time, but then I'll have to build a house.
Exactly. You see? Yep, with a TV, VCR, all that. Well, no VCR no more. Everything is what?
VCR.
What, the pets can't live in Lavage?
Whoa. Yeah. Okay, so that was wild. That was unnecessary in my opinion, but it was nice. It was very unique.
But the thing is that like architecture, like the architecture that people can be so creative when they're building is so it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Play the next video.
Watching a floating 5-story building isn't normal, but China's one of the craziest city. Chongqing have many such surprising things. Trains in this city go through apartments which look so unreal. Even the navigation is confused. And if you miss one overpass in this city, then it might take a day to get back. Many schools and gas stations here are built on rooftops. In this city, you might think you are on the ground floor, but in reality, you are on the 22nd floor.
Wow. Now, you see how they do multiple things at one time? Like we showed you the cat house that was created. Now in Asia, they have the trains go through the top of a building. And here in New York, all our trains are underneath our buildings, not over top. That is amazing. Imagine like just living on a boat, like where you're just like cruising around in a hotel on a ship.
I mean, sometimes like in New York, in New York, the electric is above ground.
Yeah.
Maybe China is underground. Maybe they don't want, any interference with utilities.
Yeah.
That could be the reason. Otherwise, they have, trains. That's wild.
I never really, I do a lot of home inspections and appraisals. And it is kind of disgusting to like live on a block with all the wires like right in front of your house.
I think the same.
So
I
nasty.
always think about it.
Yeah, like guys, if you ever buy, like, who wants to look outside their house and see a bunch of wires, And then if a storm comes and the pole crashes, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then you have no electricity. Why did they put the wires underground?
No, it's just not. I guess it's better maintenance. I don't know. I'm not sure. But in Florida,
everything's underground because it's too hot.
Yeah.
The heat will burn right through that rubber. Yeah, that heat, that humidity.
We recently
that
sold
sun.
like a beautiful house, 3+ million. Not even a house, a town of a brownstone. Dude, the amount of wires that are outside this house is enormous. It's not even believable. But it's not even on the block. It's on the block to the homes like this and like that. So it's like it surrounds your property line, you know? No, it's crazy. But anyways, that's New York. We love New York. We're not complaining.
Speaking of which,
okay?
so
Not complaining.
So you got some new stuff on the market. What's been happening?
Yes, so we have 2 huge buildings selling over a rush, I'm gonna call it, of a family. They need to sell it for 26 million, and it's actually a very, very good deal. Okay. It's 143 units up in Bay Ridge, South Brooklyn.
Okay.
Overlooking the water. Very well maintained building. That's like a family business that they've been running and maintaining. All the sponsored units are rented for a very good amount of money yearly, and it brings in a lot of income per year. We have the offering plan, we have the information. Feel free, of course, to reach out if you have any questions and if you want to inquire. And other than that, we have a few other multi-million-dollar deals, and then homes. The single family homes a little bit slowed down. Prices didn't go down. I'm not going to say yet. Prices didn't go down a lot, just a little bit. But we definitely have the rates that are not in our favor. But we try to buy down rates. We try to have sellers involved. If it's seller financing, if it's, we try to get creative and ensure that whoever buys it, it just ends up being a good deal or at least worth it. But most of all, to cover your monthly mortgage. So we have a lot of new listings.
Okay.
And we sold a lot too. So thankfully we're good.
Have you purchased?
But we want to offer, of course, we want to share everything. Sorry?
Have you purchased anything new yourself?
I don't really buy myself. I am mostly brokering. We used to buy a lot, but I like to broker the deals.
Okay.
Buying something is just like having another child. No, honestly, like you have to take care of it, make sure that it's clean, don't get violations, nobody gets hurt, the people don't break in, rent it, paying rent, fix it. No, but you should buy. You should buy as much as you can. But if you buy, you need to serve it. You need it's like it's almost a full-time job.
Yeah, I was listening to, you know who Cardi B is?
I learned because of he threw the microphone in?
Yeah. Cardi B was talking about.
I mean, my kids know her for sure.
She was saying she has tenants that haven't paid rent in like years, and
no
she was
way.
just saying, she bought some properties, and a lot of
not pay her rent. Oh boy, I would never.
You see why she's throwing mics, but but real estate, you can make some great money, but it's work, right? It's work. What you don't watch TV and see those. They make it look so easy and it's minimal stress, and they make it. It's a lot of work. And sometimes people think, they're getting ripped off or this, but sometimes the numbers change. Sometimes you invest in something and you may not get it back. You may not everything is always a scam. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are preying on people, but sometimes projects change, right? I was working on an affordable housing project in Philadelphia, ran into a snag because when we went out there, they thought that we were working for some other people and they did not want us to purchase any houses in their town. You can't just go and do affordable housing and think that you can just go do it. You actually have to go and meet people in the community and set up relationships. It's work. Nothing is just, I'm going to buy and I'm going to sell. Like there's a lot in between. Yeah. Right. And even when you sell your home, right? If you sell your home or go on a contract right away, whoever's selling it for you is not doing a great job. You want to have it on the market to get the best offer. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand if you're maybe facing the end of your life or something where you do need to just take whatever you can, or you're going through a divorce or what, that's different, right? But if you put your house on the market, give it some time to breathe, and let your agents, let the broker, let us, let the house get the best value. And usually it's not the first. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely, especially for the fact that people are now buyers are, I call them walking kings. Yeah, so they want to see what's out there and what's new for them to be able to compare and ensure that they get the best value and what they should go for and why is this better than the other, and compare non-stop. When I tell you, they getting us working, like they are definitely getting us working. So it's important to be on the market. It's important to put yourself out there and ensure that whoever is listing it for you, to put it everywhere, not only in on the market, but to make sure that it feeds to all of them websites, social media.
Well,
Number
what's your favorite part of the process?
Selling.
Oh, I thought
We're in the morning.
I thought you was gonna say closing.
Well, the closing, you know. No, but to be honest, is like it's really fun when you show them the house and then they say, "Wow, I really love it. Let me call my wife to come and see it," or let me call my brother to come and see it. And then even better is when they come in, they're like, "Yeah, man, that's gonna be my room. You're gonna be here. You're gonna be there." It's exciting. So
Yeah.
I feel the excitement, and I feel like I'm in the scenario of buying it with them.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. But of course, listen, we're all here for the money, and we try to do our best, and we want to get them the most that we can, and to help them as much as we can. But
and marketing is fun too. Creating a marketing strategy and putting it online and attracting viewership and people calling you to gain access.
Yeah.
And
a good property that fits that's priced well, that's priced right, gets a lot of viewership and attention. Yesterday we put on the market, for example, a house for 2.7 million. It was on the market for 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. And it was 8 p.m. it went on the market. 8 to 12. I got home. We stayed in the office, by the way, until 12 o'clock at night last night. Just saying. So when I got home at a little after 12, I look it up. A little over 4 hours on the market, 56 views and 6 saves. How cool.
Ooh, wow. 4 hours.
So cool.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it is a beautiful home. Location is amazing, but New York, all in all, is on fire. So, in my opinion, everything is a good location. But priced right, people will show up. People will call up. They'll inquire. They'll come and buy. So that's why it's very important not to overprice, because not only you're gonna overprice and kill the reputation of the property, it's gonna sit there forever, and people are gonna think to themselves that gonna keep going down and down. So it's important to price a house right. We offer you a free appraisal. He comes, he gives you, he, she, whatever, evaluate your home for absolutely no cost and no obligation. And that gives you the opportunity to see and compare what other homes are in the neighborhood, because he actually puts in comps per size, square feet, within a mile radius, what's sold and what's for sale. Very, very important.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Hi.
So.
Hi. Sorry, I
know, right? It's like you're always buying a new home all the time, but you're not really buying.
If it was up to me, all New York would be mine.
Exactly.
But you need a partner that's going to run it.
And that's where the work comes in, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and to be a landlord, you face certain obstacles, especially when you're dealing in the city.
Yeah. If you don't run a business of your own, then you should absolutely have at least 2 buildings to work on.
Yeah.
The size depends on your budget, but at least 2 buildings if you don't have your own business. If you have your own business and you're actually running it, you shouldn't own buildings, because you should have a management company or someone that will run it for you. If you run your own business and you have managers to run, subcontractors to run it for you, you should absolutely have to have buildings.
So is it better to own like your rental properties and rent it out of an LLC as opposed to have it in your name?
Absolutely, yeah. Liability mostly. You don't want anything attached to you personally directly. You always want a face in front of you. And of course, for tax reasons, you always want to ensure that you include all of your expenses to show through all your income and the option, even your personal home.
Right.
And you know what? We spoke about it before. A trust.
Yeah.
We'll
Trust,
actually
yes.
have someone come and speak
Yes.
about it. But definitely, for sure, it's not a good thing to put in your personal name. No, especially for the fact that everything is public records. All you need to do is go up and see what's up with everybody's names.
Yeah.
Not cool.
But a lot of people do buy their second, third, fourth homes in their names.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, they just don't know.
Because it's a better option when you take a mortgage. I'll give you that. It's a better option when you took a mortgage, put it under your personal name to go for your income, and most likely your income is under your personal. So that's why people do that. Changing it thereafter, people, is it allowed? No, you're not supposed to do it, but people do that for the right reasons, though.
Yeah.
For the right reasons, because people do it for the wrong reasons. What are the wrong reasons to transfer?
That's right.
Well, no, but if you have a judgment against you, people think that if you transfer it to an LLC, now the judgment is not going to catch up. Wrong. Don't think like that. Don't do that.
Well, recently there was a DJ who was a friend of his was going through a divorce, and she didn't want her husband to get her house.
Okay.
So she transferred the house to his name.
Okay.
And then a few years later, she wanted the house back, but he was like, hey, I paid X, Y, and Z for, the taxes, the property taxes, whatever. You owe me this money. And so they had to go to court to settle it. And people think that he was a snake. But I'm like, no, that's how you have that was a business transaction, right?
He had to settle what again? I'm sorry.
To get the money from her
Yeah.
for the years that he had the house in his name.
Okay.
And then he transferred the house back to her.
Okay.
But he wanted a certain amount of money. And people online was like, oh, that's sleazy. I'm like, no, that's business, right?
Yeah.
That's what, he looked out for her, had the house, had to pay taxes on the house. I believe there probably was a mortgage maybe or not, but still you're paying taxes. Even if there's no mortgage, you're paying taxes. So for 2 or 3 years of having that house, you're looking, and it wasn't like some little house either. I would assume it's like a mansion type.
Wow.
So the property taxes probably were crazy.
And then they got a divorce.
No, she got her divorce.
Okay.
Then came back for her house.
No, listen. They say you know who you're marrying, but you don't know who you're divorcing. You've heard that before?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, things change.
Yeah.
Whether you want it or not. So agreements that you've had with your significant other will no longer be the same, but we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
Let us take a quick
So listen, we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back. So yeah, when you speak about divorce and property and real estate, like everybody was talking about Will Smith and Jada Smith and
why they got a divorce?
No, but they don't have a prenup. So I don't think they're ever going to get a divorce. If I'm Will Smith, I will swallow whatever she's doing and support her, because that divorce is going to be super painful.
No, but like,
got
listen,
a lot of money.
She?
No, him.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Listen,
she's going to take
behind every successful man, there's a powerful woman. That's what they say. No, but it's a true saying. Listen, the guy got married, had children, brought them into the movies, did movies, even with his wife. Nothing. You can't do this alone. It takes two to tango, for the good again, for the bad. But you can't do anything on your own if you want to be successful. Again, in my opinion. So prenup, I don't think she should have.
No, they don't have one.
Speaking
They don't.
from
They
her-
don't have one. But
on her side.
But I feel them. She's my best friend too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, Jade. You want to make a book? Hey. You want to have a little boyfriend? Hey. But you're not taking my millions of dollars. Like, no.
Listen,
Yeah.
they're together. They've been together for so long. She deserves just as much. They are together in this.
Yep.
And according to my religion, by the way, they believe that once you are married, then it's like one soul.
Yeah.
So they got together. They've done everything together. They should be together till the end. And I
Yep.
hope for them to be.
Yeah. I
Really
hope
nice
so.
couple. I like Will Smith a lot, you know?
Yeah, I like him too. I
Very
mean,
intelligent.
at first I thought it was torture, but then I realized it's more torture if he had to go into court, because he would even have to pay for his attorney and her attorney. Like, how crazy is that you got to pay the guy that's trying to get you for your money?
Torture is Johnny Depp, unfortunately. Johnny Depp, my very nice favorite of all times. Unfortunately, he went through hell and back.
Yeah.
But he eventually won.
Wow.
And Disney ran right after him to get him back and paid him all this money.
Well, speaking of hell and back, check this next video.
Ooh. The tornado?
No,
Which
actually, we're
one?
gonna get to that one. The next video.
Which one? About which one? Tell us.
The building, the homeowner that refused to sell, so they built all around his building.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Don.
That is something else. Well, there are people who don't want to,
Yeah.
there are people who don't want to sell. Happens all the time. And unfortunately, they have to build around them.
Like, I wonder how much they offered him to leave so that they could have that space.
You know what? Probably a lot. But yeah, it's something that they'll have to just arrange between themselves eventually. I mean, if they decide to sell, then they can always use it as an extra piece. Eventually, they will sell at some point,
Yeah.
But it happens all the time, and it's unfortunate. We see it so many times. Okay, so Don, please play the video where it shows that they built around that property. Let's see.
Guys, take a look at this building. It's on its own, standing high. Imagine how much money they offered him to sell, him or her, and they refused. So guess what? They had to build around.
Now, you know what's crazy about that, though,
What?
Nina?
What?
Who owned the air rights?
So again, to my knowledge, and I'm no architect, and I'm not, been in the business for 19 years doing residential. When it comes to commercial buildings, I know that your air rights could only be taken from the next door. Okay, can only be taken from the next door. So in this case, if they took the air rights from, the next door neighbor, then they are allowed to build. I think they are allowed to build over the next neighbor is if that neighbor don't have air rights themselves.
So, okay.
They either may have sold them the air rights, but I was definitely thinking about it when I saw the video, because if they don't sell their air rights and they sell it to someone else, only if that other person took it to another building, like to the other side, then they could do it.
Because I was working on selling a military hotel in the city. Remember that deal? And the air rights were owned by someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the same case here. Where
I have a case now in Williamsburg that we are doing 29,000 square feet buildable, and they're not giving the air rights, can only be bought from the next door, and the other side of it is not giving. I know, but to build over this, I really want to ask. I will ask. Yeah.
So we're talking today about renovating on a budget, right? So when there's circumstances out of our control where you have no choice to renovate, you really need to create a budget. Look at this next video. These are one of the circumstances, unfortunately, where folks are going to have to renovate.
Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Those are our neighbors' houses. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stay in there, it's coming back.
You know what? My apology, y'all. They don't need to renovate. They need to move. I would never build anything over there. I will be out. I'll be on a plane. I'll be somewhere far away. I will never live over there. What do you think?
Wow, that is so sad.
That is chaotic and oh man, the destruction.
Where the hell is it?
That has to be out west. That has to be out west.
Why do you think it could also happen in Florida?
They have tornadoes in Florida?
Absolutely.
They have hurricanes in Florida.
Oh, hurricanes.
Yeah, that was a tornado. That's not a hurricane. That's like Kansas.
It's a tornado, yeah.
That looked like when I was a little kid watching The Wizard of Oz when it came. And
wow, that was so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But
when did it happen?
Well, that I don't know. That might have been like a year or two ago. Yeah, it's crazy. And you heard the alarms. And God bless the person that had the guts to stand there and record that tornado, because I'd have been trying to get out of Dodge.
That is so sad.
Like, I wonder if they have bunkers or something underground.
Whoa. Okay. So
yeah. So
what do you do?
So what do you do when you have to renovate a home or rebuild your home? What would you say would be like one of the first steps up in the process?
I'm still in shock from that video. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Does insurance even cover tornadoes like that?
Insurance ain't trying to cover anything. You see what they did in Florida, right? All the insurance companies moved out of Florida. There's like, well, it's too much damage happening every year in Florida. We are not giving any more policies in Florida.
Stop
you know
it.
that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Even here, after Sandy hit, after the hurricane hit here, the insurance skyrocketed.
Yeah. No, but I don't think it's because of that. It's because of COVID. Everything went up. They just rolled on it. They just took the, okay. So, when you're renovating, did you just buy? Let's say you just bought and you decide to renovate. You need to have a budget. Having a budget doesn't always stand on your side because what you want isn't always in your budget. So, you need to shop around a lot.
Right. So people always give free assessments because they want your business. Right. So get 3 or 4 assessments, right, to determine which areas are a priority, right? And then what you may like as well, depending on how your budget's going. Like if you really want a new kitchen, right? But you really need a bathroom, right? So the bathroom might come first, but you assess the situation first and see which price fits your budget. But understand something. Sometimes the cheaper guy may not be the best guy, right? And sometimes the most expensive guy may not be the best guy, right? So do your due diligence.
Even hire a realtor.
Yes.
in the business, I would definitely hire a realtor,
And
like
make
someone
sure-
that knows, like us.
Because it's real
Now I
easy.
should have the thing in my teeth. Ding.
Yeah. Yeah. And then another thing too is when they give you the cost and the breakdown of what they're charging you, go to Home Depot, go online, research, and see how much the materials cost.
Yeah.
Because you could also negotiate like, hey, you know what? I'll buy all the materials.
Yeah.
And then you could cut down their costs and just pay their labor at a certain price point. Because they don't have to go shopping for you and buy your materials. You could pick that up yourself.
Yep. Or
Yeah.
what you can do is close on what we call close on account, meaning close a sub. Tell them you're doing this kitchen.
Yeah.
You're going to do the kitchen. You're going to do anything from framing, the cabinets, the faucets, the
Yeah.
accessories, the cabinets, the cabinet holders, the finishing to it, the moldings, the floor, the electric, the plumbing, start to finish kitchen. Take it 20,000. You know, of course, depends on the size that you want to do, and that's why I shop around and then give, you know, and then you'll know what the estimate should be.
Right.
Now, it's just like name brand stuff. If you're going for an Italian kitchen, full wood or Formica or whatever it is, know your worth. You get what you paid for.
And not only
Right?
that, have a detailed plan with dates and times also, because some of these people would take you for a ride to do this work and go beyond your time, which can become very expensive, right? To have a project go much longer than it should go. So you should be detail orientated and also trust but verify. Make sure, you know, the number one thing is to make sure you're in the same state that you're having the work in. So let's say you have an investment property in Florida. You might want to fly down there for a month or have a long time to watch whoever you hire to do these renovation projects for you. After you create your budget, your details and everything, don't just think you could just, fly away and then come back and just, unfortunately, you have to be there while they're working.
It's like exactly the same as the boss has to be in the business.
Right.
This is your business, whether it's your home, your investment property, that's a business. You make money off of it, right?
Right.
You need to be there. You live there, right? You need to be there. You need to be a boss and ensure that you watch each and every move, how fast they're going, what they're buying, because they can, if you close on account on, that you're buying the material and you give them the card, you want to make sure that they buy things for your job and not for other works. Then when they leave, you want to make sure they don't take material home to other places. I'm not saying that, people steal all the time, but people are crooked.
Not only that,
People are crooked.
when you hire people, also look for, you could research this yourself, but also people that are really cost efficient, right? There's some things where you don't need the high-end pipes or high-end, where you can save money, but keep efficiency, right? So where something's going to last you 20 years and not compromise the integrity of what you're trying to create in your home.
Yeah.
Right. So when you hire somebody, somebody's giving you these tips and they pan out, that's also a good sign of somebody you might want to work with.
Yeah, for sure. And then also try to get someone who knows someone. Even though by me, I always say don't ever recommend a contractor. Don't ever recommend a contractor.
Mm-hmm.
Things always go wrong, unfortunately. Not everything is perfect, and then they come to you.
Right. And that's the next tip I want to say. Allow for contingencies, because unfortunately, sometimes when you cut into a hole, you realize it's a bigger hole than what you thought, or you trying to replace one thing and then you realize you got to replace another that you didn't expect. Right? You go in thinking you were getting a new toilet, but you got to replace the whole piping. Right? Sometimes when you break a wall, you don't know what's behind it. So allow some budget to fix things that you just cannot see, right? That you just don't know and until you break down a wall.
Absolutely. I had a similar situation like that. Very unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do. don't always know what's underground. Yes, you need to do inspection and whatnot. It's important to know what you're getting yourself into, and most of all, have insurance.
Yeah.
And then whoever you hire, if they're touching plumbing and changing layout, you need to make sure that they are licensed and holding insurance, and that the insurance is up and running and up to date.
Right. And
For sure.
And make sure you keep adequate records of everything so that you could track where you started, where you at in the middle, and where you're gonna finish. Make sure you keep all the money that you're spending, all the allowances every time. Another thing, never give a contractor money up front. Right? Because
Absolutely.
they could go out gambling and go whatever and then come back and want more money, but they're not doing the job. Right? So, what I like to do is not even pay them up front. I would just pay for the materials. And as they go along, you can give them something as they complete, as they show they've completed some work.
Yes, 100%. Also,
Yeah.
you can see what they've done before.
Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys the next video. This is very interesting here.
My husband bought this house 7 years ago without asking me, and we closed on it the same week of our wedding. It was once an old fire station turned home back in the 1980s, but the house became a lot to manage and was eventually left for black mold to take over. We scooped it up for $90,000, and it's been a labor of love ever since. People always say it must be nice to be rich, when in reality, it's just been a lot of hard work and renovating on a budget. We wanted the home to be a place our children would love, and we're so proud of the outcome so far.
Excuse me, I want that fire truck in my backyard too.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what? How do you do
What?
that? What? Was it built? Is it real? No, there's no
Wow,
way.
that is. First of all, she said it. He bought the house without her permission or knowing when they got married. Is wild.
Wild is an understatement.
Especially when you walk in and see what it looked like before.
Yeah.
Right. But that love,
renovating is not easy.
No, it's not. But that love must have been strong because she stood with the test of time, and look at the outcome. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure they had some good nights on that fire truck. But anyway, yeah. So but the thing is that like that's what's so beautiful about home ownership, especially when you take a firehouse. Who buys a firehouse? Right? Me personally, I would have turned it into a nightclub. You already got the poles there, but they made it a home. And it's beautiful. They got like a mini golf course in there, right?
No, I loved what they've done, and it's a lot of money that they put in there. I'll tell you that.
A lot, right? I think they're the owners of the dog house too. I mean, the cat house.
No, they for sure put up some money in that house. I love to see though. I love to see when people purchase homes and they turn it to their dream home and they put in their touch. It's not so easy to find a buyer, a house that they want and live and stay and leave it that way. Very hard, and they always have to compromise. So I always tell the buyers, expect to compromise.
Yeah.
Because if the kitchen is huge, the dining may not be, or bedrooms and whatnot, and huge walk-in closet and a little bit of a smaller bedroom, you can never get what you want.
I would love to meet them because I want to know how much did they purchase that.
I think she said 97,000. No,
how much money they put into it?
For sure, 350 at least without furniture.
And what do you think it goes for in the market today?
Probably close to 5.
They have a lot of equity, depending on where it's at, right? You would think.
Probably close to 5. I mean, she said 97, I think.
Yeah.
It also depends if she renovated it now or before March of 2020.
Okay.
A box of nails used to be $2.99. Now it's $12.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I would have known, man, I'd have bought all those toilet papers. I would have been there rummaging because you can make a killing selling toilet paper today.
What's right is right. Yes.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive. Everything. Good God.
Yes, for sure. Do you have any other videos for us today?
No, that's about it. Really.
Good.
Yeah.
You really surprised with the videos. I was in shock. I normally see sometimes all the.
Yeah, I know they're in our group chat, but you busy selling
Sunset
50-unit buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Building. No, you should really look into those buildings. They're really good because if you're gonna purchase them and then sell them individually, you can make $7 to $8 million on the flip, doing nothing because it's already making money and you just sell it individually.
You know what? You should write a book.
They offered it to me like a month ago.
Yeah, you should write a book.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Too much. It's gonna
it'll
be story.
It'll be called The Princess of Real Estate.
Oh, just about real estate? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I me myself is so
No, we don't want to hear your party escapades. No.
No, it's about how I came to America and got lost in the first day of school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Next. So I want to talk about just a little bit about renovating on a budget for a business.
Yeah.
If that is something you're going for your business, it's so important. I think, you know what? Yes, in my opinion, it's more important than to invest in your home. In your home, you use it daily, you feel it comfortably, you know what you want, you know what you can live with, just comfortably knowing your ways with your family.
Right.
In a business, it's different because not all the time you own the place.
Right.
Not all the time you're there on your own. You have necessities. You have a budget. You have the other people who are with you in the business. You have to ensure that you have anywhere from enough space, capability, access, code. You have to ensure that everything works, per plan to the building department. They come and they get you. They surprise you. They ensure that you're doing the right thing for the public. So,
yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's right. That's one thing we didn't cover is you have to have an architect or someone so that you're following the laws and you know what you can do. In some places, you cannot add a second floor without asking for permission from the county or the state, right?
Absolutely. Adding a floor is a big thing. You can even go as little as an entry door, an entry door. Who would have known that it has to be a minimum of 36 inches?
Right.
Again, that's a code for accessibility for handicap. If you have, again, depends on the type of business. But in most cases, I'm telling you, I'll put money on it that almost in every single business, there's something wrong and not by code.
Right.
And that's when people get in trouble because if they shut down the business, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's a big problem. So you need to make sure that you have a good plan, good people who plan for you. If you're not in the business, if you're a newcomer, you need to make sure you know your stuff.
And not only that, what people don't realize is if you build something that shouldn't be there, then you go to try to sell the building. It's going to be a nightmare. You're not going to be able to sell it. You're going to have to reverse engineer whatever you did. And hopefully you won't get any violations on top of that from the city as well. So if you're going to renovate or update, make sure you follow code. It's very important.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the times like I said, if they don't follow, they can shut down your business temporarily, but then go pull permits, hire an architect, pass inspection, hold it down until it's done. Not fun.
Not at all. No. Not at all. And that's when you hire someone that's not competent or somebody's trying to tell you and you don't want to hear it.
Right.
So just be mindful to heed advice.
Yeah. And also basements of businesses. Sometimes people think that forming basements in business is just whatever. But no, you can't have, not all the time you can do what you want.
Right.
And then if they call for an inspection, you're in trouble.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, for sure. So it's important for that. And then what else we can talk about renovating on a budget? Even if you do a second business in other location, you want to match and make sure that you look like a franchise and stay professional.
Yeah. Remember, like careful planning, research, and adaptability are key when it comes to creating and managing a home rehabilitation budget. By considering these factors, you can ensure that you will be successful if you follow these key tips and advice. You might start with one and and go on a renovation spree. You know, it is kind of interesting to do something one time and then want to do it over and over and over again.
Yes, for sure.
Well, any last words?
It was really fun coming back after 3 weeks. I really did miss the spot. I love that spot. I enjoy it. How about yourself?
Yeah, I miss this too. Yeah, don't pardon us. We have a party upstairs popping, so
yes, it's a little loud.
Yeah,
and
it's a little loud, and so
exciting.
we got things going on.
I'm actually gonna take some videos as we finish and then go up. It's gonna be loud and a lot of people, and we love it.
That's right.
Yeah. So
but thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, keep in touch. Thank you so much.
God bless and good night.